he's intimidating just because he's Clint Eastwood.
To work for Clint Eastwood, it's really an actor's dream come true.
Mr. Eastwood's one of the greatest actors we have. I mean, he's the greatest movie star in the world.
To have that ability, that relaxation in front of a camera, and that sense of truth always, that's greatness.
Here's a riddle. What begins as an Italian cowboy, morphs into an out-of-control cop, has a strong desire to monkey around, orchestrates a prison break, gives you a bird's eye view of jazz, drives a Gran Torino, and has a fistful of Oscars? If you haven't guessed by now, you're probably not from this planet. The answer, of course, is Clint Eastwood, America's most honored living director, as well as one of Hollywood's most iconic actors of all time. Join us as we take a look back at his astonishing career with a focus on his more recent accomplishments. One of Eastwood's most famous characters first hit the screen in 1971, when he first uttered the words, "Go ahead, make my day," as Hollywood's most out-of-control cop, Dirty Harry.
You've got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
There's those kind of movies, and then there's the movies that are CG, computer generated, and we didn't have the opportunity to do that in Dirty Harry days, so our guys could only do what they could do. But yeah, there's the fantasy films, and that seems to be hot with the young audience, and that's great. I think adult audiences, they'll like something a little more real.
For all of his iconic roles as an actor, playing the leading man in dozens of films, from The Outlaw Josie Wales to Dirty Harry, it's a bit ironic that history smiles upon Eastwood more as a director than as an actor, with all of his 4 Oscars coming as a director and producer, beginning in 1992 with Unforgiven, followed by $1 Million Baby in 2004.
You're telling me this is your fighter?
Yeah, this is my fighter.
In 2006, Eastwood teamed up with Steven Spielberg to tell the story of the 6 men who raised the American flag at the Battle of Iwo Jima with Flags of Our Fathers. The film was a companion piece to his Oscar-nominated film Letters from Iwo Jima.
It's a mystery, and then mystery of the photograph, and then we just try to unravel the mystery for the public. And then when you see those boys at the very end, the real guys, at the portraits at the end, you realize that the average age being 19, but they all looked 45 if they looked today.
In 2008's Gran Torino, Eastwood worked both sides of the camera as he once again took on the role of a hard-nosed loner.
Get off my lawn.
For the older generations, it shows you just keep an open mind and keep learning out there. And it might not end up like Walt, but they'll end up happier in the long run.
Last year, Eastwood directed both Matt Damon and Morgan Freeman to Oscar nominations in the film Invictus, a story of how a white rugby team helped pacify and unify a racially torn South Africa on the brink of civil war.
You elected me your leader. Let me lead you now.
I didn't look at it as a sports movie, the same way as you mentioned $1 Million Baby. It wasn't really about girl boxing. It was a father-daughter love story, but it just was what was going on, the boxing thing. And it's the same thing here. It's Mandela's modus operandi, the way he took over the country and the way he brought about reconciliation. Is just a creative politician. Probably the most creative event I've ever heard of with a politician. Most of them aren't too creative.
For a while, had an office, a website, newspaper articles, even had a book written about him. So what happened? Couldn't cope.
In his latest film, Hereafter, Eastwood reunites with Matt Damon to explore near-death experiences that give people a glimpse of the afterlife.
The secret is just picking good material, picking material that is fun to do, and hopefully that people will find interesting.
Did you do it? What? The reading. Did you do the reading? You still don't get it, do you? You think just because I can make money doing this, just because I can, that I should do it? Yeah, I do. I also think you have a duty to do it because you have a gift. It's not a gift, Billy. It's a curse.